Welcome back to Valhalla VW. In today's video we're going to share with you 3 things we wish we'd done sooner rather than later on the Volkswagen T4. So, what made it to the list? What 3 things did we wish we'd done sooner rather than later? Number 1 has got to be the bed. We started off with a bed which was obviously like a rock and roll bed, so it, made up into a settee. And on a recent trip to Whitby, which there's a video obviously linked down below, to Whitby, we decided that was just an absolute nightmare. We had to get up and we was trying to get the obviously sort the bed out before we could make breakfast and everything else. It was just a headache. So we came back, we ripped the van apart, and we, well, I'll show you, we turned it into this. So we made a permanently set up bed, which is comfy, doesn't it? Looks nice. So the bed being set up all the time enables us to be able to get into the cupboards down here, which when this used to slide forward meant that we couldn't get into any of the cupboards down the side here, so the storage space was completely blocked off, and as what always seemed to happen was everything we needed was in the bottom cupboard. The other option was that we got everything out of the cupboard and we put it all over the worktop here, which then meant we couldn't move on the worktop because it was covered with all the stuff that we needed the next morning out of the cupboard on the worktop, and that was a nightmare. So, do we wish we'd done the bed sooner? Definitely. That is number 1 on the list. Moved the bed, made the bed, mended the bed, we did something to the bed, and now the bed's better. That definitely is number 1. So what was number 2? Oh, sorry. So what was number 2? Number 2 was carpet in the cab. I'll show you. Now I know you're all thinking I'm a little bit mental because carpet in the cab probably isn't that important. However, it did make a huge difference to the usability and to the comfort of the van as we're driving along. So it definitely made it to number 2. See, we 3-way stretched the dash all over, and the door card, I think you'll agree it looks smart. Now this wasn't purely aesthetic, because anyone who owns a Volkswagen T4 will know that the road noise is, and can be, quite overpowering. Now with it carpeted, it did actually make a huge difference to the road noise, which is a bonus. Also, when the sun is beating down and burning on the dashboard, where it used to be obviously plastic, it used to be so hot it was unbearable, whereas with the carpet on there it does seem to obviously like keep it a little bit cooler. So definitely worthy of number 2 spot. So what was number 3 on the list? Number 3, and we've saved possibly the best till last, maybe. Have we? No, we haven't, because we've done it in a list and it was 1, 2 and 3. So whilst this wasn't a huge thing at the beginning, it soon became apparent on trips away that the addition of a toilet would be, yeah, a welcome relief, as you know what I mean. So we started off with a bucket, which, while fine and everything else, and all we need to do is empty it every day, that wasn't an issue. But it soon became, when it was hot, it wasn't the best. It was, So we installed a composting toilet, which there is a video obviously of stage 1 of that. Stage 2 is coming up very soon, because we're in the process, well, in fact we've ordered the drill bit to drill through the bottom of the van, and we'll be able to get the external plumbing and everything sorted on that as soon as possible. The composting toilet was definitely a big add and made a huge difference. Wherever we are now, you've always got the option of, if you need to stop for a quick wee, you can stop for a quick wee, it's not a problem. not so much a problem for me, because obviously I'm a bloke. We find a bush, we'll go and have a wee in a bush. But obviously for Donna and little Mum, when he gets bigger, obviously, you know, it's a bit more civilised, isn't it, rather than peeing in a bush. So our new toilet sits just underneath a nice new seat, which was a pleasant byproduct really of moving the bed from being a folding bed to a fixed bed. Meant we gained a bit of timber. It's down here, and we then managed to recycle it to not only take the compostable toilet, but also for a new chair, which is nice. Look, nice little spot just to have a little sit, drink your cup of tea in the morning. You know, while the family's in bed, we can sit here, have a nice cup of tea. Fantastic. Or, obviously it hides our new toilet. So, we remove this, we throw it over there. Obviously, making sure there's nobody laid there. We take off the wooden cover, and inside there is our composting toilet. That needs a screw. Wee goes in here, number 2's in there. Everything's self-contained. No smell, no odours at all. We've tested it, and it's fantastic. To be fair, either the bed or the toilet could have been number 1, but it is one of the best things we've added, and I wish we'd done it a lot sooner. But there you go. That's part of the fun of Volkswagen T4s. You build it, you live in it, you decide everything's wrong, so you take it all back out again and you start again, and eventually you get to a point where it's nearly perfect. But is it perfect? Will it ever be finished? Probably not. And if we finish it, then we'll probably buy another one and do it all over again and do it completely different. So that's our top 3 of things we wish we'd done sooner. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it enjoyable. Let us know in the comments things you wish you'd done in your van sooner rather than later. If there's anything at all, perhaps you got it perfect the first time. Who knows? We didn't. But, you know, it's heading that way now. We've got a few decoration bits and pieces that we want to add in the future, which this wall here is really aggravating and blank. So that needs something doing to it. We did just add our Viking compass above the cooker there. So it's starting to look more homely. Everything we add makes it, you know, just that little bit more comfortable, and it's just a lovely space. I just love it. I like it better than the house. So there you go, that's our video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, we'd love it if you subscribed. If you could, just down here or over there or wherever it is, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. We're at 312 subscribers now, which is fantastic. So much planned for the future. So we've got trips away coming, you know, obviously when the weather's better now, you know, now it's just a case of getting the van ready for next year really. So we want to get the toilet finished off, and it's just bits and pieces really, decorating stuff. I need the windscreen's got to be changed at some stage because that's got a crack in it, and well, it's a Volkswagen T4, so it leaks obviously. So that's one of the next jobs. We also need to do the water pump. That's another video coming up soon, because that's decided that it wants to spit water out as opposed to keep water in. What else we got coming up? I think that's about it mechanically. Oh, we need the sump. We got to change the sump at some point, because the people that had it before changed the engine but didn't bother to change the sump. So every time we start the van, all it does is throw oil out the dipstick. But that's an easy fix, which, you know, that'll be coming up soon as well. So we've got lots of content coming. You know, we're grateful that you've all stayed with us through our little adventure, and obviously, you know, we're dropping a few shorts and bits and pieces every, you know, like a couple of shorts a week and that now as well, and they seem to be being, you know, well received. So we love the support. We love the community. We hope we're making videos that everyone likes to see. And yeah, thanks for watching. It's great to have you with us. And we'll catch you on the next one.